Hello everyone and welcome to Smash Chat. Today we have Smash Mario Pro 2000,
Heyo!
Reeveelution,
Hello, people of the internet.
and TheLeetCasualGamer.
Hello.
We originally tried doing this conversation on Sunday, had some technical difficulties, which kind of worked out in the end because right after we did the narration and the takes for it, we got a supposed leak that said 3 characters were going to be put in Smash. Those being the return of the Ice Climbers, the new character Simon Belmont, and Ridley making his big debut, which, even though this guy has some credibility, like getting all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle characters as DLC for Injustice 2, let's face it, anytime we see a rumor involving Ridley and King K. Rool, I think they're only put in there so that fans try to gravitate towards it. I honestly do not believe this leak and rumor. It also says that there will be no cut characters, but that's the main discussion for later. Right now, we want to talk about this little leak because it just seems like we kinda have to. What are you guys' thoughts?
Well, the only character I see believable out of all of them is Ice Climbers because they have been on the Smash roster since Melee, and the only reason they weren't included in the last games was because of hardware issues on the 3DS. For Ridley, that's a can of worms. Because every time someone discusses Ridley, it's an all-out debate, and I don't want to go anywhere near that, so I'm just gonna push that to... Simon Belmont could definitely bring a unique moveset, especially with the whips powers he acquired in the Castlevania series. So, it'd be cool to see him in.
I know this is pretty much like the trigger word whenever anyone mentions Ridley for Smash for anything, but I think that is pretty much what makes it lose its credibility. I don't know, it's just that I never see Ridley being in Smash. I know, CJ, you're a big advocate for it, but just me personally, I just don't think it will ever happen. So, sorry. But in terms of Ice Climbers, completely plausible. Simon Belmont is one that I actually see happening over Ridley, honestly. Though I'd much prefer Snake or especially Bomberman to be in Smash instead.
Thank you.
So that's really my take. So Leedy, what do you think?
Well, my general mindset is never trust leaks and don't count on Sakurai for anything.
Never doubt Sakurai.
Yeah. Hey, I'm never going to make a Smash game again. Oops, Smash. Forget it. Alright, I'm definitely in the general consensus with the Ice Climbers because that's highly, it's plausible. Ridley and Smash, I'm on that side who just says no. Then Simon, I can see him working as a Smash character, so once again, plausible, but then again, this is a leak with absolutely nothing to go off of. I guess what I'm saying is, I see Simon as a plausible character, but there's just no real evidence that he'll be in it. If you understand what I'm saying.
Well, I would have agreed with that until I saw the Source Gaming video for Rate That Character of Simon Belmont when they said that the games like Zelda and Castlevania had a big impact, or at least he really enjoyed those games and got so involved, or really loved those games before he even got into game development. So it's like, oh, really? So Simon Belmont could actually be a possibility in a way.
Yeah, as I said, it's possible. It really is. It's possible. But I'm not going to believe it until I actually see it.
Yeah.
If you understand what I'm saying.
Oh, no, I definitely understand. I think that's what I kind of like about the leaks that don't have evidence, is because it's fun to speculate on them and it doesn't ruin anything. So as long as we don't actually get, like, pictures and videos, I think I'm okay with just, like, constant random leaks that have nothing behind them, really. I mean, I didn't even see the gist of what the guy said he got the information from. Did the guy just, like, call him and tell them that these characters were going to be in him? Did he actually see evidence of these characters? like, I don't know the whole story, but it just doesn't seem like the leak is that legit. I could be wrong. Maybe he's 100% right, and Ridley will finally join. But whenever I see a leak that involves Ridley and King K. Rool, and as much as I want these characters, is basically whenever I hear those two, that it basically just automatically deconfirms it for me, because you take those well-requested characters that fans have been wanting for so long, you put them in your leak, and you're expecting people to believe the leak because it has something that they want. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's how communities always are. But you have to remember that likely characters aren't the same thing as dream characters.
Yeah, and I'm also starting to think, like, it's so hard for me to come up with guesses as to who's going to be playable. I mean, the only thing that they really have going for them that they can really pick out of is the ballot, because even though there's some new characters, they may not have gotten in during the time of the development process. You know, like the new ARMS character, or Rex from Xenoblade 2. We don't know exactly when development started, so we don't know if characters like that are going to get in. So it feels like they're going to have the ballot to really work off of, and I'm pretty sure Ridley's in there somewhere. Plus, that'd be a great surprise. You have to admit, you'd be shocked and stunned if you actually saw him playable.
Yeah, it would be a big surprise, alright?
Yes, it would. Now, for the other parts of it, there are no cut characters in there. That could be believable. Just because it's never happened before doesn't mean it might not happen in this one. However, we still want to take our potential chances and try to guess what characters could actually be cut.
Actually, it has happened. It has happened for 64 to Melee. No one got cut from 64 to Melee.
Well, true. I mean, we almost lost Jigglypuff and Ness, but they did come back. But with such a large roster of characters, it's gonna be hard to keep all of them in perfect tact. So,
especially the third parties, with licensing being a huge factor with those characters.
I think only one of them has a potential problem, but I think the rest of them are kind of good to go. So let's go ahead and talk about the characters that we think that were cut that may come back. We've already kind of brought them up before, the Ice Climbers. I'm pretty darn sure that they're going to come back as long as they can run on portable mode, and that 8-player Smash is like in dock form only, I guess. What do you guys think?
Well, considering that Sakurai only cut them because of the 3DS hardware, I mean, he mentioned that they worked in the Wii U just fine at one point in an early build. So I would imagine, like, it was probably before 8-player Smash, so we don't know how they would have worked. But the fact that they were still in a development build of Smash 3DS and Wii U at one point, there's still data they could use from that build and just add them in. And if Sakurai had to choose between Ice Climbers and 8-player Smash, he'd ultimately choose Ice Climbers, because he's mentioned he doesn't like cutting characters.
Yeah, I honestly believe that 8-player Smash, I just don't see that running in portable mode, because Sakurai really wants to make sure that the Smash games run at 60 frames per second, and there are usually some run speed errors whenever you put it in portable mode. Some games just can't go into 60 frames, and we know Sakurai likes to push the Smash series as much as he possibly can in terms of presentation and performance. So I really don't think we're going to have 8-player Smash in portable mode. We may have it in docked version only, but that's really hard to tell if it can know the difference when it does that or not. But I really think that the Ice Climbers are more than likely coming back. And if we're going to go off of the whole 5-skill system like we did the last Smash Chat series, I would definitely say a 4 out of 5. I think that they're more than likely coming back.
Yeah, I agree with the 4 out of 5. The only thing that holds them back from a 5 out of 5 for me is the whole 8-player Smash thing. But again, it all if they can get past that, then yes, they're coming back.
With the Switch, there really shouldn't be any sort of technology issues. It's just a matter if they want to bring them back at this point. In which case, I don't really see a reason why not. 4 out of 5, maybe.
So my general thoughts, 4 out of 5. in terms of them coming back. And what you guys said before about 8-player Smash, I think that's really the main concern, especially in docked mode, to see if they'd actually be able to run that way. And, like, there's no really any concern about online, because if Brawl can run it with Ice Climbers fine, then Smash 5 can run it fine as well. So, yeah, just 4 out of 5.
Smash Switch! Smash Switch!
I'm still calling it Smash 5, I don't care.
Oh, you don't like Sakurai.
No respect for Sakurai.
No, I like Sakurai, I'm just calling it what it is.
Because of what you said, Reevee, your favorite character is now going to cut in Smash 6 because you didn't respect Sakurai's.
I don't want shortcut, okay?
Alright.
I want to really feel it.
Let's move on to our next character. We'll go down the list of likely to less likely. And our next likely character is the return of Wolf. I think we have a winner on this one. There's not much holding him back except with the possibility of poor reception sales of the Star Fox Zero game. But I don't think that's really much of a reason to cut a character that it really doesn't take much time to develop for.
I'm honestly surprised he didn't materialize during Smash 3DS and Wii U's DLC. Especially because that's when like the hype for Star Fox Zero was alive and well, so that makes sense to promote that game with Wolf, but they chose Corrin as the promotional character, so. But all I'm saying is change his final Smash.
Yes.
We don't need 3 Landmasters.
Landmaster.
Can we please just let him use the Wolf in like Zero Suit Samus's final Smash? Or maybe he calls the Star Wolf team to come down and blast the stage? Can we just...
Or that wolf transformation like he did in Star Fox Zero.
Yeah!
With like the raptor design. I mean, I still like that idea.
I have no idea how that thing's gonna fit in the game, but I would like to see it.
It'd be better than a Landmaster.
Yes.
I'm kind of biased towards Wolf. I don't know why he wasn't the DLC or anything, because, you know, he's like one of my favorite Star Fox characters and everything. So you kind of brought the Wolf fanboy here. But I wouldn't mind seeing. I really wouldn't mind Wolf coming back. I just want him revamped from Brawl, though, as far as overall mechanics go.
I'm okay with how he played, although I could use a few little changes to make sure people don't completely call him a mod. Or even a semi-mod.
I mean, just change the mechanics of where his knockbacks go. You can get the end of his forward air a sweet spot. Maybe give...
Yeah, and his down aerial is pretty hard to pull off, too.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that was wrong with Wolf and Brawl. But as long as that's fixed, I'm totally cool with Wolf in Smash 5. 3.5.
Really?
I guess maybe I'm just thinking a little too hard about it. Maybe I'm just underestimating the chances, but...
Fair enough. I personally would probably say either another 4 out of 5. I think he's very likely. There's always like something that we can't predict when it comes to Sakurai, so it's really hard to give him a 5 out of 5. But I feel like he's one of the more likely cut veterans to return, because there's nothing that's holding him back, and there really wasn't much holding him back in the last one, except for just Star Fox not getting a game until 0. And no, Star Fox 64 3D did not count.
But it brought in the voice actors, and I could just imagine Wolf's voice actor in Smash.
No, it would be the Star Fox Zero version of Wolf. They sound completely different.
I would have loved to hear him say, "Can't let you do that, Star Fox," like on the victory screen if he beats Fox. That would have been great.
Can't let you win this, Star Fox.
I mean, they could still have him do it just with the new voice actor.
Yeah. I personally think he's in the similar boat to Ice Climbers. He's very likely to return, but similar to Ice Climbers, there is that kind of doubt that irrelevant, like Zero being kind of iffy reception wise. Would Sakurai really want to include a character from that? But at the same time, he wouldn't really require that much time as he is a veteran. So a 4 out of 5 for me.
Well, I'm actually lower than all of you because I say 3 out of 5. My reason being, I don't know, I just have this gut feeling that Wolf isn't much of a priority compared to other Smash characters, especially when compared to Ice Climbers. My gut's just telling me that Wolf, that if he is going to be in the game, like 3 out of 5 chance in the base game, but as DLC I think he has a 4 out of 5 chance, but that's just how I see it.
Really?
Like, I really want him back.
I'd actually reverse that, but okay. I think he's more likely to be in the base game and less likely to be DLC.
Like, I'm more than happy if he is in the base game, like, but I don't know, I just don't think he's much of a priority to the Smash team and Sakurai.
And now we can move on to the other characters that... Oh, we have some trouble here. Should we just get the only third-party cut character out of the way first?
Yeah, because
might as well. Yeah, sorry, Omega Snake in advance.
Yes, unfortunately. We would love it if Snake returned. We all would.
Yeah,
we all
Konami.
love it, but can we really...
Konami, this is free money right here. Just take
It's free real estate.
Of course, the other problem is we don't know how Sakurai's feeling about the whole Metal Gear Solid and the whole Kojima falling out thing. We don't know how that's going along. We don't know if even Hideo Kojima still wants Snake put in Smash, if he even cares for the Metal Gear Solid series anymore. It's really hard to say. It's kind of easy to say that I think Konami doesn't care about the Metal Gear Solid series anymore after what just happened.
Yeah.
But with that said, this is a character that people do like. He already has a moveset already done. The real issue is, do they want to work through all the paperwork, jump through all the hurdles to get Snake back? Is he coming back? I'm honestly going to say a 2 out of 5. I don't think it's likely. I think there's a small chance that it could happen, that Sakurai does like to appeal to the fans of characters that were cut that had huge fan bases, or even the little niche ones. And I don't think Snake has a niche fan base. I think it's pretty big, but it's so hard to get him to come back.
Without Kojima there, would Sakurai really want to represent Snake? Because it's not the Snake that we knew in Brawl at that point, because it's not Kojima's Snake anymore. It's Konami Snake, and if Metal Gear Survive is anything to go on, I don't think Sakurai would want to represent that Snake. It is with a heavy heart that we should probably look to another Konami character like Simon Belmont or even Bomberman. Oh, it hurts to say that. It hurts to say that, and I'm probably going to get flamed in the comments for saying that, but if Konami is this way and Kojima is not there anymore, would Sakurai really want to go through the effort? I'd say a 1 out of 5. As much as I would love to see Snake back, and I would love that, it's so unlikely at this point that it's almost a lost cause.
Yeah, I too would love to see Snake back.
I just say no.
Flat out,
just flat out no. We're just in a completely different era now. Snake's gone. He was a big thing in Brawl.
Yes, he was.
Back when Brawl was being developed. But now, he's gone. He's just dead.
Snake had to go away.
Yep. I would be surprised if he came back. It would probably be a pleasant surprise, too.
Yes. It'd be about as surprising as when he first joined.
Yeah.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Kept you waiting, huh?
He needs to say that in his reveal trailer if he comes back.
That would be hilarious.
Thought it was gone, huh?
But I just flat out say no.
So I'm guessing that's a 1 out of 5?
Yeah.
And Reeveelution?
Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get my rating out of the way first. 2 out of 5 is what I say. The problem with Snake, like, honestly, Metal Gear Solid is one of my favorite third-party game franchises, but the entire problem lies with, what we've already talked about with the conflict between Kojima and Konami. And if somehow Snake was able to come back, I honestly don't even know if they would, which version of Snake they would go with. If they would go with the version that Brawl used, or if they would try to promote the version of Snake that was in Metal Gear Solid 5, which, spoiler alert, wasn't actually Snake. And they'd probably have Kiefer Sutherland voice that Snake and not David Hayter, which would really suck because I think that's the best version of Snake. So it wouldn't feel the same at all. Yeah, it wouldn't be our Snake. So I think if Snake would get in, Konami might try to push the one from Metal Gear Solid 5 instead.
Alright, I think that pretty much wraps it up for Snake. This next one, Young Link. Is there even a reason to have Young Link return?
Absolutely not.
Nope. We've had a remake of Majora's Mask, but that has long since passed.
Make Young Link like in Hyrule Warriors. Quick.
Yeah, I mean, if this was Hyrule Warriors Edition, that'd be great, but this is Smash. We had to value other franchises and hopefully not oversaturate one, and if they do, it has to be with enough variety that nobody's going to complain. I mean, look at the Pokemon series. They have 6 characters right now, and not a single one of them is a mod. Look at Zelda, 2 of them are mods.
And one doesn't even need to be a mod. Why is Ganondorf?
A melee version Ganondorf?
I'd be happy with that speed upgrade.
There's just no reason to bring Young Link back. I know a lot of people want him back for, I guess, maybe nostalgic reasons, or if they want Young Link back, it's to give him a completely brand new moveset, and that would just take way too much time to develop for, and it just feels like it's not going to happen now, that especially after we just got a revamp of Link, we assume, and if that's the case, then the next character that should get a revamp from Zelda should be Ganondorf. So, Young Link's not exactly top priority at the moment, so I guess I'm going to say a 1 out of 5 for Young Link. There's just no reason to.
Yeah. If we got a new Zelda character, would you really want it to be another version of Link? And not someone from, like, Darunia or other characters from across the series?
Let's make one of the champions from Breath of the Wild. That actually sounds really cool. Any one of them.
Yeah.
Rivali!
Yeah.
Because it's Falco!
Yeah, make it Falco.
That ain't Falco.
Could be Urbosa. That'd be interesting.
Ooh, I would love that.
But yeah, I think. What do you guys think? What's your score for Young Link?
1 out of 5.
1 out of 5.
Yeah, 1 out of 5.
Sounds pretty unanimous across the board.
We have Toon Link. We don't need Young Link.
Well, I think the only difference in moveset was just that I used a fire arrow.
Does he have a custom move for a fire arrow for Toon Link?
Yeah.
Then there's no reason!
Well, tell that to Dark Pit and he having electroshock arm mixed in with character.
We'll get there. But now it's time to talk about the last 3 characters that were cut, and they're all in the same boat. Once again, it's really hard to picture them coming back. Pichu, Squirtle, and Ivysaur. Is there a reason to bring all 3 back? As much as I would like to see Squirtle and Ivysaur back, it just feels like they've had their time. I want to see some brand new Pokemon get in with brand new movesets. So, I'm going to say, for Squirtle and Ivysaur, 2 out of 5, just for the potential of DLC, just because they can have my money. But Pichu, there's just no real big reason to. I mean, it doesn't take that much time. I know there's a niche fan base, but I think I'd personally rather just see some brand new Pokemon get in over these 3.
Alright, my take on this situation. Squirrel and Ivysaur only made it in because of Pokemon Trainer. And now that Pokemon Trainer and switchable characters is now gone, there's no reason to have them. As sad as that is to say, because I did like them, because Trainer's gone, I think they're just going to keep Charizard as the only remaining Pokemon Trainer character in Smash. So, yeah, I'm going to give them a 1 out of 5. As for Pichu, oh my gosh, Sakura, what were you thinking with this character?
Oh, it's so simple. Pikachu's popular. He wanted to put in a bonus character. Pichu's a model of it. And what's the gimmick? He hurts himself. Let me ask you guys this in the comments. Would you rather see Pichu return or Mimikyu as a brand new character?
Mimikyu. Because at least he has potential to be his own moveset. I used Pichu in Melee, I'll fully admit that, but even I can admit, like, he was kind of iffy in terms of mechanics. He doesn't need to return, I'm sorry, but he had his charm in Melee. I mean, he's adorable. I mean, if you crouch with him, he sleeves, but that's adorable, but I don't think he's coming back. I think Melee was his only shot at the Smash roster. 1 out of 5 for me.
The thing is that Zelda was already cut from the down B, Samus was already cut from changing suits, and Charizard was included because Pokemon Trainer was cut, but they brought basically their best character back. Okay, Pichu, obvious joke character, he was only there for Melee pretty much. So, if you just want me to talk in terms of coming back, no for any of them, just because they have reasons not to be in there in the first place.
Ooh.
If you want to hear me, yes, I would love to see Ivysaur back. I think he was a very unique character to the roster, but still.
They all were in a way, but it's like Charizard was just the more popular choice.
And Charizard was also the best mechanically. It was the one that... It was the more well-designed character for a fighting game.
It is a 1 for all 3 of them. Pichu, I think we've had enough from Smash Mario Pro of why he shouldn't be included. So I'm not going to say anything about that. I liked playing as Ivysaur and Squirtle in Brawl. Even though I wouldn't mind seeing them back, I also don't think we need any more Gen 1 representation. And this is kind of painful for me to say because Ivysaur was my favorite of the 3 to use. Like, I know that most people would have said Charizard, but for me it's Ivysaur just because I loved using the different forms of Vine Whip and Bullet Seed. But
a lot of people loved Ivysaur in Smash Brawl, but...
just not as much as Charizard.
It's just more that Charizard just actually works. Ivysaur was just not really a well-designed character, even though his kit was kind of fun.
So I think with those cut characters we've covered, we now actually want to try and take our guess, our shots in the dark, what characters could possibly be cut, if there are any. Let's say the rumor is not true, because most of us don't believe it, and that they probably will cut some characters. Who are the ones that are most likely to get the axe? And we already pretty much can think of 3 right off the bat.
Goodbye, Dark Pit. Goodbye, Dark Pit. Goodbye, Dark Pit. Dark Pit's getting demoted to costume. Dark Pit's getting demoted to costume. I'm sorry, but he is. Like, there is no reason to keep him his own character.
There's only one reason, it was just because of the Final Smash. Now, if they can find a way to give both of them the same Final Smash that fits, then yeah, Dark Pit can just be an alternate costume with voice change and the announcer saying, Dark Pit. That's perfectly fine. At least that way you'd still have him in the game, kind of. Make Electroshock a custom move. The only attack that I can think of that may make sense if they have a Final Smash is just give them... what's the name of it? It's where you have to put the 3 pieces together and it forms that giant laser.
Daybreak?
Yeah.
Daybreak?
Just have that. Just have that and you're fine.
So, demote it from an item to a Final Smash?
I think that's more of an improvement.
More like a promotion.
Yeah.
I would miss the 3 Sacred Treasures, though.
Yeah. Bye now!
We don't need to give a score on this, by the way. We're just giving off our main thoughts here. Dark Pit just seems like you merge it with Pit, and that's all you have to do. And the next character, Lucina, seems like she's in the exact same boat.
Only made a character because of height.
Which doesn't make any sense. Nobody could really notice a difference.
Actually, Sakurai actually had a very different idea on clone characters. They were just they were originally skins. They were just there was just no development time.
Yeah.
There was no development time, so instead of making them extra skins, they just kind of came out as extra characters. And that's kind of the thing. Even if they were removed, it doesn't mean you're going to get any new characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not. Oh no. We're not saying like if these characters are removed and then we're gonna get new characters. No. We understand that they don't take the time or effort of a new character. We understand that if they stay, it won't take up the spot of another character. Oh no, we totally understand that. The reason we bring up these three in particular is because mod characters are usually the ones that get the axe, and it feels like there were. I may be incorrect here, but I think there were only 2 characters that only got cut that had a unique moveset, which were the Ice Climbers, and that was due because of technical reasons, and the other one was Mewtwo, which I have no reason why he was cut in the first place.
The only reason I could think they cut him was because of time constraints.
Yeah, I've actually heard some people say that Mewtwo and Lucario are the same, and I'm like, no, they're not.
No, they are not.
Not even close.
Swear, every time I hear that, I'm like...
Have you even played as them?
Yeah, it's like the only thing they're similar in is the neutral B, and that's it. And even then, there's differences.
This is where everything just kind of goes back and forth. Let's just Let's just move on.
Yeah,
right.
So we're just focusing on these 3.
Times before, I don't want to hear it again.
Yeah, we're just focusing on these 3 not only because of that, but also because the roster and their placement makes no sense. They're not even with their series.
You're a mod. Go to the corner of shame.
Okay, well, my take on the clone characters from Smash 4 to Smash 5 is declone them or remove them.
Wow, you don't even want to merge them, huh?
Yeah, just declone them or remove them. Just yeah. You could make them like semi-clones, like give them the Falco treatment or something, but if you're not going to declone them, then just remove them. Give them the axe. Gone.
At least Dr. Mario feels a little different compared to Mario in terms of like some special moves and such. So I guess he'd be the only one that may possibly stay, but...
Another thing to mention is Dr. Mario has been in a Smash game before. He was at Melee. Yeah, I'd honestly would be fine if he came back because
he was kind of already had the Falco treatment. His down B is different and his knockback properties were different.
Oh, they were so much different this time than they were in Melee. I could barely tell the difference between the two. This time it's day and night in terms of like power and even recovery. So
Dr. Mario has the most likely chance to return because 1, he's a veteran. 2, his moveset is very different from Mario compared to Dark Pit and Lucina. Like, he's basically Melee Mario. He's got the down B, which is the Mario Tornado. He's got Melee Mario's down air. So I'd say, yeah, bring Dr. Mario back and maybe give him more differences.
What if they try to give him like some moves from Mario Smash 64 and just kind of put those areas?
Then
he'd be like this combination of all the moves that Mario lost.
That'd be interesting, honestly.
Could we have like the dash attack be like that dive in Mario 64?
Exactly.
Yeah. Also, considering Sakurai didn't want to make him a costume because he was afraid that Dr. Mario fans would be upset with just Dr. Mario being a costume during Smash 3DS and Wii U's development. So that's another reason why he was made into a playable fighter.
Alright, so out of curiosity, besides those 3, what characters do you think could also possibly get the axe? Let's actually talk about the third-party characters first, because most of us are in the same boat thinking that there's only one third party that may have a problem returning it. We don't want the character cut! We don't want any of them cut, but we feel like if there is, it's probably the one that has the most problems. And for me, I'd have to say, because of all the licensing and problems that went with him, I'd say Cloud could be in trouble. What do you guys think?
I mean, look at his stage's music selection. only 2 tracks.
No remixes at all, and he doesn't even get the English voice actor, which I think is more because of Nintendo. I think it was either Source Gaming or I could be mistaken, and I don't know if it's completely true or not, but I've heard them say that Nintendo only uses non-union voice actors. So yeah, that might have been the reason we didn't get him, and I think the reason we didn't get more music was also because of like some kind of copyright licensing problems with Square Enix of Japan, maybe. But still, that's kind of what we're saying. Snake Cloud kind of got the short end of the of feeling the love that most of the other characters in the game got, especially for third parties. Like almost every single one of them just got this detail down to a perfect degree, and in some scenarios, Cloud did get that treatment as well. You could see his animations and the sound effects are nearly identical to what he does in Final Fantasy VII, so, you know, they did the best of what they could, but they didn't give him everything that they could have, and I think that just kind of limits him. Like I said before, it's not that we want him cut. I'd like him to come back with nerfs, but I just feel like of the 6 third-party characters we have, he's the one in trouble because look at all the love and attention that Mega Man got, all the love that Pac-Man got. Nintendo and Sega has such a great relationship. Ryu got in, and he works completely different from most of the other characters in the game. And of course, Bayonetta being the ballot winner and Nintendo continuing to fund Bayonetta, it just seems like Cloud's the only one that's in trouble. Even though Square Enix says that they want to support the Switch and they want to port over everything they can, except all the stuff that we want, like some Kingdom Hearts games, it just seems like he could be in trouble. But hopefully they can work something out.
I would be happy to see him back because I do enjoy playing him. Sure, in some aspects he is kind of OP.
Broken.
I mean, just look at that up air hitbox. Just Sakurai, how did you let that slide?
It hurts so much.
And Limit being kind of a broken mechanic because it just makes him better in every single way. I mean, Cloud as a character himself is great to be in Smash, but there's just some things that Sakurai did was just like, that's a little questionable. So I think he's going to be nerfed heavily if he does come back.
I honestly didn't even know this was a discussion. I'm surprised actually, but I don't see a reason why he would get axed in the first place.
Oh no! We're just saying we don't think that. We just feel like of all the third-party characters that are currently in the game, logically it almost seems like he's the one that'd be in trouble because of all the licensing problems. But we don't want him cut. We're just kind of concerned.
I just don't see it. Don't see it happening.
It pretty much comes down to the same thing that you guys have talked about, like with licensing issues, copyright, and stuff like that. Don't want him to be cut either on, also want nerfs too, but that's a different discussion. But I do think he does have a chance of being cut, but when it comes to other third-party characters, like the big 3 with Mega Man, Sonic, and Pac-Man, they're not going anywhere. They're staying, no doubt.
Yeah.
Bayonetta, no question that she's staying. Ryu is one that I have concern for. Though I know that last time we discussed this that you guys thought opposite, but I don't know. It's just the same thing like with Wolf. I also have a gut feeling that that might be the case. I don't know. It's
something you can't explain. It's something you feel.
Yeah, it's something I can't explain.
That's all right, because I kind of feel I kind of feel that way about some of the next characters. Because if I had to just name some characters that I think could possibly be cut as well, I'd kind of say Roy and Ike are starting to lose their relevancy. Oh, I hate saying that for this. I hate that, but I almost feel like these two are getting too closely related with like the strong sword attacks, the counters, the fires. And I feel like one of them is gonna go. Probably Roy. I'd like to see them return, even though I like using Roy the most of the Fire Emblem cast that we have. I'm not saying that they will get cut. I just feel like of them, those are the two because Marth's the poster boy. Lucina just be the alt costume again. Robin basically came from the game that saved the franchise, and Corrin with the unique moveset is probably not going anywhere.
And broken counter. And broken side B.
Fix that counter! Fix that counter! And side B.
So something to bring up is Fire Emblem Heroes being very popular with on the mobile, and Ike and Roy are two characters that are highly on the polls. So they are very popular characters. So I don't think Sakurai would want to cut those characters because they are fan favorites.
Especially Ike, considering that he's number one emoted for the male side of the Fire Emblem cast. And with Lyn being the second, the highest for the female cast, and with her still being an assist trophy, she'll probably stay as the assist trophy, but that's just me.
The thing is, I'm starting to see Roy and Ike kind of like Captain Falcon. It's like they're not even Fire Emblem characters at this point. They're Smash Brothers characters. Why would you want to remove characters that are Smash Brothers characters?
Well, the thing is, at least Fire Emblem gets new games, unlike F-Zero.
Ow.
That hurts.
You could say it was a nice burn.
And the only other two characters I can think of that may have troubles. Jigglypuff is just there because,
she's a Smash Brothers character.
It's not just that. I'm saying she's always had trouble getting in. It feels like they've always had these hoops and hurdles. They've always had some problems, but they always do get her in. But she's always the one that's on the cutting floor. She's the one that is in constant danger of being cut. So I can't rule out the possibility that Jigglypuff could get cut, but I think that there's also enough fan support for her that she may remain. The only other character I could think of for a gut reason, Reeveelution was saying for his reason for Ryu, was for the Wii Fit Trainer, but I just feel like she has enough of a uniqueness to stay, but I don't know, something just deep down is telling me she could be in trouble.
Her character is unique enough, but I think, okay, this sounds strange, but I'm concerned with the actual character Wii Fit Trainer. I mean, I'm not criticizing her mechanics or her kit or anything. I'm just saying this was it was just a bit more like a goofy character from the Wii era. And this might actually be a similar case with Pichu, where she just kind of gets the axe because of this reason. She's not really relevant anymore.
I hate saying that. I hate saying that too.
CJ's trigger word.
I know it's always so tough to say that, but she doesn't really have any sort of iconic features. I mean, let's just take it this way. Just whenever you think of irrelevant, I know I hate saying that word, but just take this test. Do you get on Smash Brothers going in with the mindset, oh yeah, I'm going to be playing as the Wii Fit Trainer and it's going to be so much fun?
Actually, sometimes I do because I actually use her more often than I should.
Yeah, there are some people that main Wii Fit Trainer, but there are people that main all characters. I get what you're saying, but Wii Fit Trainer is just not even in my mindset. She is sometimes almost forgettable in some aspects.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's just forgettable, and that's where I'm trying to go out with my logic here.
Yeah, I mean that's just my gut feeling. I don't think she will be cut, but I feel like there's a possibility for it, and it almost makes more sense than many of the other characters in the roster.
I understand what you're saying, and I'm not saying okay she should be cut. I'm just saying it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. A character that kind of is in the same boat as Wii Fit Trainer, being really relevant during the Wii and Wii U era, but not really in the Switch era, is the Miis. Because the Miis, although they are there in the Switch, they're not as prevalent as they were in the Wii and the Wii U era. I mean, they don't even get Mii Maker music in the Switch, which is just disappointing.
It's depressing.
I miss the Wii U menu so much.
Yes. But getting back to Mii's, I mean, while they were definitely unique, and it was a great idea to have characters that would never make it in, but you could do it. I mean, they even had like characters like Elijah Wood during the reveal trailer. that was great.
Ice-T pours it on.
Like that, the Mii trailer is, in my opinion, the best Smash 4 character reveal trailer. Just the fight between Reggie and Iwata was amazing.
I think the Mii's were just kind of cool concept, just not as good of an execution as I wanted to.
It was much better than what I was expecting. I was expecting them to use like Mii Sports and Wii Play stuff. Yeah, so
I knew when these fighters, they weren't going to be like that.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
They were just going to be Avatar fighters, and I actually honestly saw that when I saw them revealed, but I'm not really sure what their status is on the new Smash. So
there are some people speculating that they could potentially add a fourth class to the Mii's, like a mage class or something, which would be really cool, but let's hope that they stay first.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't that exist in Miitopia or something?
Yeah.
I have to remember that the 3DS is relevant, and they still are utilizing the Mii's in a lot of their titles.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not saying that those Mii's are getting cut. No, I'm just like saying they're not as prevalent as they were in the Wii and Wii U era. They're still around, but not as... I'm sorry, I had to say this, CJ. Relevant. But like compare like their presence on the Switch compared to like a game on the Wii and Wii U era. Like they're not really there. But I could definitely see them going either way with the Mii's. I don't expect them to be cut, but there's still that possibility.
Yeah, you kind of get your gut feeling like us. All right, well, I think that's all the time we have for this discussion. A little bit longer than I expected. Hopefully I can trim it all down. So I'd like to thank you guys for joining Smash Mario Pro 2000, The Elite Casual Gamer, and Reeveelution. And if you guys have your own difference of opinions or any other characters that you think may get cut, we'd like to read about them in the comments. So until next time, later everyone!